So Friday the 13th recently got some new content.
Spicy content.
Is it?
It's
interesting.
Yeah, I would say that, yeah. I wouldn't quite go spicy.
Originally, there was a lot of people not understanding what the single-player content would be. Some people thought, like, oh, it's going to be its own campaign type thing. Which, that would have been great, but that's not what it is, so no. Other people thought that it was going to be, just the virtual cabin, which we got, but that's not all it is.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a buzzkill. I wish there would have been like an actual campaign. I mean, I'm sure that's a lot for this studio who has less than 100 people working in it.
Yeah, it's not. Well, I don't know if it's actually less than 100, but I know it's not many.
Which it'd be tough to do.
Yeah.
So I mean, what they did do. So this new patch, what it added in is the ability to play with offline bots. So we can officially now play offline. You can play as any Jason that you have unlocked or that is available, and then set the difficulty to either easy, normal, or obviously hard.
But I have some problems with it already. Like, the issue with this game is that a lot of the fun is playing with people. So offline bots is not actually that great.
Right.
Like, just by default. And another issue kind of is that, if you look at the footage that's included here, and maybe there's a way that we couldn't find. I couldn't figure out how to set counselors' costumes to what I wanted them to be, because you can't play as them.
Which is kind of a buzzkill, because then you're losing that effect of customization within the game still, which is kind of a buzzkill a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It just bummed me out a little bit because you buy these costumes with real money basically, and then all of a sudden you can't even use them.
Right. Which I don't know why. I feel like that wouldn't be that hard to add in, but... So, I mean, basically all bots does is you obviously go from easy, normal, and hard, and it's the harder you go, the more reactant, the more likely they are to use their weapons, to use their spray smartly, to run away from you faster. So it's really just, what you would expect. And then they also added in Shelly Finkelstein. As
one of my least favorite characters in all of Friday the 13th.
Yeah, and she's available right away.
That's a guy.
Oh, well, good to know. Can't believe I just did that.
I can't either.
Yeah, so then there's Shelly, and then he is available from the get-go. You don't need to unlock him. He's just ready to go. Then there's also some new clothing options for Mitch, Fox, and a few other counselors.
I do think that this mode is good, by the way, the single-player bots, for learning how to play Jason.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I would say it's useful for, because, the different Jasons, it's kind of hard to get acclimated to, the way that they play because you don't get to play as them very often.
Right.
And it kind of sucks to waste matches trying to learn a character when that just means you're going to lose. Because you don't know him. So how are you going to do better as this character that you don't have time to practice before they added this in?
Right. Do you see yourself, though? Do you see yourself playing this game mode longer than, once in a great while you'll hop on just to kill some time with some bots?
No.
Really, yeah.
I used to do that with Call of Duty Black Ops, with the combat training.
Yeah.
I thought that was a lot of fun, but it was also done differently.
Right.
And I would say the base game didn't rely so much on, random antics with people as this game does.
Yep. Yeah.
This game relies a lot more on the social factor. I can't play this very much if I'm playing it by myself.
No, and that's why I stopped playing it. We played it for a while, but you can only... And the game is, I think, really fun. But you can only play it for so long.
Well, I'm kind of waiting for a little more content.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for one more Jason at least, and another map before I start playing it again, consistently. Which I would like to do, actually. I would like to play it again.
Yeah.
Just not before there's that content.
And you played it a lot, and you got to level 35. Well, they just raised the player cap from 100 to now it's at 150. So there's a ton of room to level up. So you're not going to max out. But it doesn't
matter.
But it doesn't matter if you're not playing it.
And you're also not unlocking anything.
Right. Well, that's a good point, too. Yeah, there's no motivation to get to level 150 except to tell everyone that you're 150. So, And then there's the last thing from the update is the Jason Voorhees Part 7 Premium Kill Pack, $3. So
Which
I mean,
I didn't buy because maybe eventually something like that, but I don't care right now.
it's not, and that's not even a huge deal. You know, it's just some different kills. So I mean, you see it twice, it's like, oh, that's cool, and then it's just like all the other ones. So I mean,
Yeah.
$3, not bad. Like, it's compared to a lot of the microtransactions that we're used to, that's pretty reasonable. But
And you know what you're getting.
you know what you're
Which
getting.
is a reason I never cared about the microtransactions in this game.
Yeah,
Like, you know exactly what you're getting, and I like the costumes. Like, the Halloween costumes that they provided and other stuff. Like, I like that.
yeah,
So I was fine dropping, $3 on it.
right. And it's not a big deal, but yeah. So that's the update.
Yeah, we'll have to see what is, like, entailed, going forward. Like, there might be some more interesting stuff, and, I mean, it is very interesting, like, the virtual cabin stuff. There is a lot of stuff you can look at.
Which is pretty cool.
And even some of this stuff, like what we were looking at, I don't know if it'll be on the screen when we say this, but there's, like, trivia about the movies and stuff. That's kind of neat.
It is kind of cool. It's like from, I don't know if you remember from Call of Duty MW2, when they had, like, the museum that you would go in and see. That was pretty cool. That's what this reminds me of. And it's pretty interesting. They've got a lot of, like, they obviously love the series and pay a lot of attention to it. So this has got a lot of interesting detail in it. But,
That's about it for now.
yeah, that's about it.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you think. Are you still playing this game at all? Do you have any interest in Friday the 13th, or are you done with it? Let us know in the comments down below. Anyway, guys, we'll be catching you in the next one. Peace.